Hi, I'm Helen Terry, member of the Nia training faculty, and this morning in class we played with what we call an adapted Nia routine. That's where I took established moves from the Nia routine Sanjana by founder of Nia, Debbie Rosas, and I put it to the newest Nia routine music of resilience. We have a process when we're learning a new, what we call Nia routine. That's an hour playlist that has been then choreographed and massaged by some master Nia teachers that then is provided to other teachers to learn. And around the world, we're all then learning this routine. So the first part of learning is to simply be the student. And so that is to play the music and also to free dance to the music and take the class before we even think about teaching. And for me, I love to walk, I love to run. So playing the music for me is I'll be walking and I'll be running with the music. And that allows me to gently be curious about the structure of the music. We have a system called Doing Your Bars. It's a system called the 8BC system. And that is where we decode the structure of the sections in the music, of the timing of the music, of the little details in the music. And so as I'm walking, it's a natural way to be in relationship with the bass rhythm of the music. And so I can notice when things fit and when things are a little curious. And at the same time, I have a very relaxed mind. I'm taking in the view. So for me, what happened this time, so I'm wanting to learn resilience and I bring resistance, even though I want to look at the routine, and there's some great people teaching the routine online at the moment. I'm like, okay, step away from that. I don't want to see the moves yet. My first part is sight unseen. I want to go deep into the music. I want to play the music. I want to dance and move freely with the music. And I actually want to go out and teach to the music. And I do all of that before I then look at the video so that I can then learn the routine. For me, that is what gives me a firm foundation. I feel like I get the roots in the music, which for me is, the music is what starts the Nia experience. And then we accompany the music into a magical experience. And so I love going deep into the music, getting my roots down before I've been stimulated by the movement. So here I am walking along and I'm enjoying the music. And I know resilience is about trees. I've seen the album cover. It's a tree. That's the extent of what I know of the routine. So I'm at Soma Ranch and I'm looking at all these trees that I have been intimately in relationship with for the last 11 years. I've seen them grown up. I was walking along the path and it just rained, so that did help, that the trees were a little heavier. For the first time ever, I felt like not only they'd grown up, but they were expressively coming over the road, and it was this magical moment. And so as I'm listening to the music, I put my hand here and I was like actually close to tears. Oh, I love this moment in time, this music that's playing on my headset and seeing the trees and everything else. So I'm walking along, and then I have our memory of one of the moves from Sanjana is where we go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and then also to the side and back. So it's a walking pattern, and I'm hearing the music, and the music is building like 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm walking, and I'm just walking, listening to the music, and I have a sense of this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Yeah. And in Nia, we actually, when we do trainings, we have a thing called creating the space. And I realized, wow, this is also actually, I am here connecting for myself, for the people near me, including my trees, giving gratitude for the teachers and the people that brought this music to Nia and how great this is. And then here I am at Soma Ranch, also celebrating Nia, celebrating being part of, I love my life. I love my job. It doesn't feel like a job. And all of this is going on with what we call a body-centered click, that these movements happen. So then I'm listening to this music. Let's see if I can land the right song. I think it's this one. So this music goes 1, 2, and 3. So I can feel the music inwards.
I was feeling down.
and then outwards,
till you came around,
and out a little further,
lost under the clouds,
and extending.
only gray skies.
So I'm feeling that in my body. And then later in the song, there's a new, more like string-like cello sound that goes da 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 da. I go da 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 da. And then my brain is like, wow, I wonder if I can do that, what I call L-shaped choreography, whilst moving my hands like that. I'm like, I don't know. And then I play the thing, but don't practice it. Let's see if you can do it in class. And then later I hear in the first song, there are these pauses. So I'm walking and I hear a pause. Like I take a step and there isn't music. And then the next step, the music comes back. And so I'm like, oh, remember those pause silences. Maybe in the music, you can have movement like this and then wait and then go into the next move. And sure enough, we did that in class this morning and it all worked. So this is me just sharing a little bit of my process of learning the new Nia routine. So in summary, I walked to the music and I've had this idea of I can put Sanjana moves that we were doing last week. The movements are very current in my body and I've taught it recently. And so moves that are familiar, moves that I've been with for a long time, and then novel and new to put it to this new music that's stimulating. And then along the way, I hear these clicks, the right fit by accident. We also call it the accidental click. And then there's this weaving of how can I have the original choreography and make it fit? So for example, there's a song that's on a 1, 2, 3 instead of a 1, 2, 3, 4. And so with that, usually the movement is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and also 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So with resilience, I don't have that number 4. I don't have that. And it would sound really off if I forced the choreography on 4 counts onto a 3 count, and basically my brain would not be able to do it. So I adapted. So I play with the music going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the tapping, I did it as 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Wait, the focus for the class was steps and stances. So that goes really nicely. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And then I play with, oh, that was a beautiful song. And now with the next song, now we'll do the choreography on the 4. So now I've milked that choreography into the next song. So I hope you can tell, I am so stimulated and happy. I love this practice called Nia. It really is a great example of how we call Nia a movement arts program. And when this is happening for me and also sharing with my class, I get so excited and inspired by the artistry, beautiful music, great moves, something new is coming. So I'm going to be playing with this all week in my classes, and my plan is my Saturday morning class will be like the grand finale, where I'll actually see if I can have structured the music. We have a thing called doing the bars, so sometime this week I'll decode the music, and these little organic clicks that I'm sensing in my body, I'll actually be able to track, sort of like being able to play a piece and then later being able to read the music and see a whole nother layer of details. So this is one way. Each teacher has a different way of learning a Nia routine. And for me, I love coming along with established moves and putting it into new music. And that delicious thing of going for a walk or a run outside in nature, listening to the music for the first time, that for me is like a moment in time that that I'll likely remember for a long time. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this little entertainment. There's lots of different Nia teachers out there teaching resilience at the moment. As a participant, I would recommend that you actually play with going and taking the same routine, with many different teachers. There's probably a lot of teachers teaching at the moment. On the teacher finder, you can actually go and get the contact information of the teacher and email them and say, are you teaching resilience this week? And you could play going around the world, literally experiencing different teachers in different time zones, teaching the same music and completely different experience, yet it all is Nia, our fabulous movement arts program. Enjoy, my friends.